Hey everybody, how's it going today? John here with What If I Could, Scroll Saw Portrait Design and Woodworks. Sponsored by Prairie Signs for all your sign needs in the Peace region, and Hernal Media for all your website designs. And today I'll be finishing up. I'll definitely finish this cutting up today. I know I said I was going to do some work on my table saw, but work and freaking just killing me in my legs all day long. So I'll definitely finish this up today and probably get started on a Jason Machete for Dave Jones because he wants that complete set when I'm done with it. All right. Um, waiting for other people to come in on the panel. Hey, everybody out there in the chat. Robin, Steve, Jason, Pat, Steve C, Steve N, Steve C, Pat, Herb, Nancy. I said Nancy out there earlier, and Jason Risheloff. And do. Did I forget anybody? If I forgot you, I mentioned your name now. Oh, hey Amanda. Amanda's out there as well. Hey Amanda. And joining us on the panel right now, we have Dwight Weigel.
Hi, everybody.
How's it going, Dwight?
Great.
So what's it like out on the coast over there?
It's a little cloudy and rainy just today, but still cleaning up from the Fiona that blew in. But
Yeah. Do you see much damage out there though in your area?
uh, my particular area, not so much. Cape Breton and PEI and Newfoundland.
Well, I heard
Uh,
Trudeau was out in Port aux Basques today.
yeah, no wonder. Did you see any of the clips of that?
I heard some of the news about what happened down there. I didn't really see any pictures though.
Oh, there's. I'm not sure if you have, if you're in any of the groups. Ryan Nash is in. He shared some footage, some video. There was houses swept right out to sea. Um, Apparently, one lady got swept away. So it wasn't pleasant for them there. That's for sure.
Wow. Uh, we got people joining us now. Do. Jerry Brown. Probably Jerry Brown was on last night with us. And oh, Dwight, do you want to tell everybody where they can find you at? You got YouTube channels going up. You got Etsy sites or anything?
Nothing at the moment. Just sat down with you this evening, had a good chat on live streaming, so hopefully we'll be getting there soon. The name's on the bottom of the screen there, Wiggle Scrolls. Do have an Instagram page started, but uh, battling a bit of health issues there for a while, so there hasn't been many updates. I did post a picture of the clock I'm working on, so uh, look to see more coming in the future.
All right, way to go. Um, yeah, Jerry was on with us last night, getting his laser all working and stuff. Fabi, hey Fabi, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. JJ Charles, the Charles Deering. If you guys ever want some patterns besides herpooper.com, go check out woodenvisions.com. Charles Deering, it's got what over 2,100 patterns over there. I know Herb's catching up to him pretty quick though. uh, Dave Jones, A Portal, how's it going? Da, 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 da. No, Dwight. I can hear Dwight. I can hear Dwight fine. 'Cause I got my headphones on. He's a quiet talker. You know how us
Yeah,
Canadians are. Yeah, we're Canadian. Sorry, sorry.
always polite.
He's a quiet talker. He's also just working on his phone too. No, Fabi, my voice isn't loud. I could be sexy and sweet too. Do do do.
I'm not sure what if it's picking up my phone mic or my hearing aid mic. And if it's my hearing aid mic, that makes things really low. Like
Huh.
I can hear you guys fine because you're right in my head,
Yeah.
literally. And but if it's picking up or trying to pick my voice up through my hearing aids, it's very low. Even when I'm trying to have phone conversations, people comment on it being very low. So,
What do you mean rude? What do you, Fabi? What do you mean rude comments? And Robin, no, I'm not that predictable. Hey, Liz, how's it going? Can you repeat what Dwight's saying for the rest of us, then, John? No, we need closed captions for him. Isn't there closed cap? Well, you can turn closed captions on Facebook, on YouTube, can't you? I don't know. Can you? Wait, do I have that capability? Let me open it up for a second. Just hold on a second. Is closed captioning available on this link? Let me see. I'm just bear with me for a second. I'm just checking this out now. Oh, see, subtitles or closed captions are unavailable. Not available. Yeah, see, so Dwight, you got to yell.
yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Do. Oh man, the chat is going by so fast. Jeez. Oh, you got to turn on after the show. Yeah, I'm sweet. Yes, Bobby, I'm sweet.
Oh, there we go.
CC's unavailable. Trust me, it'll get worse when he starts scrolling. Hey, Greg, how's it going? You can just nod and wave. You got to use sign language like that. Oh, me and Charles did a show where we tried to be as quiet. uh, Don't say a word for as long as possible. And I guarantee you, I won. He's gonna say he won, but I still honored the bet. I still paid him. I wish editing has fried my brain today to no avail. No video after all the tech issues. Oh no, no video. Hey Larry, how's it going? Howdy, howdy, all my wonderful, wonderful friends. Herb, what are you doing? You're putting up your nemesis. Herb put up a link for his nemesis. Give me scrolling. So you're gonna scroll. You're gonna be working on that clock you're working on.
Yeah, I think I'll give it a go for a bit.
All right, no problem. If anybody wants in on the panel to chat or craft or do whatever you want, here's the link for you. There you go. And also, if you guys happen to have seen a second video pop up before this one started, I was hacked. Like I said, I was hacked. No, I was I was teaching. I was showing Dwight how to do live streams on Streamyard. Yes, sir. We help everybody else in the community. So we offer links and help and everything else. What? Shay's here. Where's Shay? I don't see Shay. Hey Shay, how's it going today? All right. Well, I'm gonna change cameras so you guys can see me scrolling. Getting some scroll. Oh, it's not, having passed 10 minutes yet. I'm gonna start scrolling already. What's up with that? But I know I'll get this done today. I will get this done. Or finish cutting out anyway. And like I said, I'll probably start that Jason machete. I still got to figure out how I'm going to lay those out and what kind of backer I'm going to use for that. So I posted a link out there. The links are also in the other chats that we normally post in. So if anybody wants in on the panel, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna scroll away. It's gonna get quiet. It's gonna get so quiet. Should get Fabi in here reading the chat for us. What? Well, I can stop. I can not scroll and read the chat. Robin, why you changing your sign again? What was wrong with it this time? Let me guess. I don't like it. That's what it is, isn't it? So if there's any questions, comments, inquiries, or so in the chat, we're sure to answer them for you. If we can't, we can find the answers out for you or show you directly to people that need them. Oh my God, Fabi. Unbelievable. So, hey, Fabi, before you leave, when are you still want your sign? Because you said you were going to be on my show when I start doing your sign for you, but you've never answered me back on that. And then I'll send you everything else that I was supposed to send you last year. Yeah, it's been a year. I have them in a special drawer over my wall. I know where they are. So I can send you all that too. Dwight, Shay is asking, do you like for freestyle Libre? You're muted right now, though.
Hi Shay, I have the Libre 2, which is amazing. You can set alarms for highs and lows, so it's actually helped me out quite a bit. Gets annoying at night though when it's going off all the time, but it does help.
Fabi says, "Oh wow, is that still a thing? Sure, maybe for Christmas. All I want for Christmas is my doggone sign." Well, yeah, but you said you were gonna be on my show when I was gonna do it. That way, I can get the feedback from you on how I was building it and stuff. See, I don't have an idyllic memory. I just have a memory. Shay says, "Awesome. We have Dexcom, so always like to ask."
I was actually asked if I would be interested in switching to Dexcom, but I wasn't sure if it was covered under my medical at the time.
Hey, Dwight. Shay wants to know if you can show your arm to Van in the video.
Oh, sure.
Pretty rude, Shay. Come on, really?
So that is the Libra 2 sensor. And I'm not sure if you might have saw the other arm. This is actually my insulin pump there, which is a Omnipod DAF.
Those got Bluetooth everything on them too, right?
Yes, the Omnipod is controlled by this. Looks like a refurbished cell phone from probably the late 90s. If you take it apart, when you first get it and put the battery in, it actually has a spot for a SIM card, a camera, and a memory card, but none of that works. It only
Oh,
has the program on it to run the pump itself. You can't get anywhere else in the system.
hmm.
And then the Libra sensor is actually connected to my phone, so I can check my glucose through my phone, and it sends the alarms to my phone as well.
Cool. Van says awesome. He doesn't have a pump yet, though.
If he can get a pump, I strongly recommend it. It's changed my life for the best. My sugars have been the best they've ever been since I started using a pump. I struggled a lot with injections, just trying to get it right, doing all the calculations. With the pump, the calculations are in the
How
program.
how often you got to change your Libra though? It's like every 6 months or something, isn't it?
The Libra is every 14 days, and the insulin pump itself I change every 3 days.
3 days. Like
Yeah,
yes, you got to pull it off and then reinsert it.
yeah. You take that one off, you fill a new one. This one is cordless, so there's no wires. I used to be on the corded pump, and I'd be at work, and next thing you know, I'd hook it on a table saw or a piece of wood. It'd be dangling at my feet. So when I got the opportunity to get this one, I switched over, and I still have issues. Like I changed this one yesterday, and this afternoon at work, I caught it on the end of the sliding panel saw and ripped it out. So I always carry a spare with me,
Wow.
and changed it on the fly at work, but not before my blood sugar shot through the roof.
Of course.
It was working, so, and only to find out that my shirt was getting wet because the insulin was not staying in me, it was just pooling on top of the surface. So, but
Nice.
it happens.
Oh, Favi, you're hilarious. Yeah, Favi. The next time you want to just do a craft, just come on. Well, I'm doing daily shows every night now for a couple hours. I'm keeping them short, so they're only gonna be a couple hours long. You don't have to stay for the whole time. Just come in and chat, whatever. Or come in and come in the live and do whatever you want to do too. Hey Denise, how you doing tonight? Well, thanks for dropping by, Bobby. Oh, you're the worst. Thanks, Bobby. Appreciate it though. Oh, Denise, unbelievable. It got so hot today. I almost had my work shirt off. I was working a t-shirt. I almost put my long johns off. It was so hot. But you know, I woke up, so I can't complain. So it's a good day. So no matter how tired I am, gotta go for real. Good night, everyone. John, I want a sticker. Okay, okay, Bobby, come on the show. I'll give you a sticker. Then I'll send you the rest of your stuff. Come on the show. I'll give you a sticker. And I'll send you the rest of the stuff. Okay. Okay. Good night. Where's it going? What was I gonna say? Yeah. So I woke up. So no matter how tired you are, no matter how little money you have, no matter how low your gas tank is, no matter how little food you have in the fridge, as long as you wake up, it's a good day. Charles, you still out there? What have you been up to? I saw a new welcome pattern up on your site. Well, that's Greg. That's Greg. That's what I'm saying. As long as you wake up, you're good to go. Jason, I am to go Red Deer, Alberta tomorrow. Yesterday, you're going to Red Deer yesterday or tomorrow? Good night, everybody. Good night, Steve. Keep the hot weather there, John. 69 rain today. Oh yeah, but 69. So I think it was that makes it 80. I think it was so like that. It was 84. Yeah, 84 today. Woo, 84. Hot enough.
What's that in Canadian weather?
I know. I hate having to do the conversion. 29. It got to 29 today.
Oh wow, I think we
Yeah.
hit 23 or 24. Which
Yeah, it's
is
supposed to be warm until Sunday, and then it's supposed to go back down again. I think. What's the weather network say? Sunday's supposed to start cooling off. It's 18 right now. Where's my 14 day? Sunday, yeah, Tuesday. So it's going down to 19, 19, and then 17, 15, 14, 13, 11, 10. See? Yeah, see, it's just dropping 1 degree every day.
yeah.
Oh, look at that. October 12th, they're calling for snow.
Ooh,
That's right. I said snow, October 12th.
bad word.
So, Dwight, where you at again, anyway?
Sorry about
Dwight, where
that.
you
I
at again?
was I'm out in Nova Scotia,
Well, yeah, but where?
Bedford.
Oh,
So
oh, you're in Bedford. Oh.
yeah, just in the middle of Dartmouth, Halifax.
For some reason, I thought you were in. For some reason, I thought you were in Windsor.
Nope.
Who do I know in Windsor? Oh, Sheila Landry's in Windsor.
Is she in Windsor now?
Yeah. Well, she was in Hants County somewhere, and then I think she went to Windsor.
Okay, because I know I spoke to her years ago. She was down Digby way.
Yeah, yeah. She was in like because so I know that she was in the Digby area, and then she went to Hants County somewhere, and then I think she went to Windsor.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty bad, and yeah, I did work out there. I lived out there for 2.5 years. I went all the way. I went around the entire province 3 times doing signs.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I never made it to Cape Breton when I was roofing, but I was as far as Yarmouth. I'm glad to be out of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, I went to. I did a midnight run to Cape Breton. We got there at 6 o'clock in the morning. Then I started working, pulling down the Petro Canada in Sydney. Come back across the causeway. I had a job in Amherst, and then back over to what's outside where was that our CMP shooting at Truro. Truro was my last job, and that was at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I rolled my truck at 3 o'clock in the morning on my way back. So like yeah, like
Oh,
an hour later.
that's not good.
That was a long that was in 99. I got stuck on aunt and uncle to live in Dartmouth, and they got a cottage out by Keji. He had a cottage out by Keji. We used to go there freaking like every weekend. It was so nice out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever been down there. I've been
it's not.
in the area, but never to the park itself.
It's freaking so nice down there. Yeah, because the cottage that he bought, well, sorry, the property he bought. So it's not in Keji. It is around Keji, and
Yep.
it's at the corner of King County, Queens County, and some other county. Like he's right at the peak where three counties meet at,
Oh, nice.
and like nobody can build across from him or beside him or in front of him. Like he's got the perfect lake spot.
Yeah.
It's such a nice area down there. 85 next week, Denise says. I want fall back. Well, yeah, like that's what I was saying today. Like it was so hot today, and like, why didn't we have these temperatures in summertime? Yeah, I sort of stayed away from Bedford. It was just like in the middle of nowhere, right?
Uh,
It's too far to drive to. It
Bedford.
doesn't
It's
matter which
like
way you're going. It doesn't matter whether you're coming from Dartmouth or coming from Halifax. It's just too far. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's at the bottom of the
oh
bay. It's at the bottom of the bay. That's why they call it the basin. It's like a toilet. It's at the bottom of the bay.
yeah, where all the rich folk hang out, and I'm stuck here going, what am I doing living in this area?
Hey, Mark, how's it going?
Doing all right. Getting good
Good.
grades. Future's so bright. Got to wear shades. What's hanging with you?
You're not wearing shades though.
Well, you don't know. See, these can change automatically when I go outside.
Okay. Dwight's got his shades on.
Those are my laser shades.
How much does the toll across the bridge now?
Ah, Jesus. I think it's a $1.25 now.
Yeah, see, when I was there, it was 75 cents.
Yeah, exactly. It keeps going up.
It was 75 cents, and that's when they first came out with the transponders too. Like right when I left in '99, they
Yeah,
first came out with the transponders. You could load them on your credit card.
yeah, they have those now, and apparently the bridge is paid off. So, go figure.
Well, they still got to do upgrades for the ferry and everything else, right? So
Yeah, yeah. They did actually the Cobequid Pass. Was that here when you were here?
yeah.
So they actually now have said it's paid for Nova Scotians. So we don't have to pay as long as you can show proof by your license plate.
Well, you just
Anybody
steal.
else has to pay the toll.
Just go down to Micmac and steal a plate. It's not that hard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
Hey, Mark, how was your show last night? You were on pretty late, weren't you?
Yeah, we were on pretty late. We did a 200th episode hurricane party for
No.
Eloy down there in Florida. So it was a bit of an evening. His internet glitched a few times, and I kind of had to do a little bit of tap dancing while he restarted his computer and came back up on his laptop and all the other good stuff. So,
Did he get hit very bad down there? Or?
no, he's on the east coast of the peninsula, and the hurricane made landfall this morning, my time, this afternoon local time. It made landfall south of Naples and Sarasota, on the west coast of the peninsula, on the Gulf of Mexico side.
See, I thought Eli was in Miami.
He is in Miami. He's
Yeah.
on the east side of the peninsula, and the
Right.
hurricane made landfall north and west of him.
Right. Okay.
So, I mean, they got rain and what have you. They were under flood watches, but they didn't get any of the damaging, not a lot of the damaging winds there where he's at.
Denise say, Mark, wait, is it sunny there? Denise, still,
Ye-
the sun I think is just going down here right now.
Well, no, Denise is about 3 hours to the north of me. and they're in clouds.
Oh, okay.
They're overcast, I'm guessing. But yes, we got rain yesterday, and it cleared up this afternoon, and it's supposed to be clear for the next 5 days.
Well, there you go.
In fact, tomorrow I'm putting a salmon fillet and a couple of rib steaks on the barbecue. So,
Oh wait, don't you have some more yard work to do?
yeah, but I'm taking a break from that because I have to do a video for this weekend. So the yard work will wait until next week.
Sure it will.
Yep. That's one of the reasons why it's taken so long. Number one, I'm old and decrepit. So that's part of it. The other is I got to do a video every other week. So yard work, video, yard work, video.
I suppose.
Well, you can come. You're welcome to join me moving gravel. I mean, I moved 3 yards of gravel into my driveway extension.
See, that's why I got a skid steer I can borrow from work for that stuff.
Skid steer wouldn't have fit in between my porch and the shed that I'm trying to move. That's the problem. That's why I had to do it one wheelbarrow at a time.
Yeah, see that's why I set my yard up in such a way that I I can bring my crane truck down my driveway, unload my sand, right? And then I can take my crane truck out, bring the skid steer in, go into my backyard and move my sand my soil around that I need to, and then take it back out.
And you said you set up your yard that way?
Yes.
That's what I'm doing now.
Okay. You got to make it wide enough for a skid steer to go between your shed, though.
Well, that's what I've got to move the
Oh,
shed, and that's what I'm
there.
working up to. I'm extending the driveway so I can move the shed. Then I can get a skid. I can get
Oh,
a 5-yard dump truck or a
well,
10-yard
there you
dump truck.
go. Well, there you
So
go.
this is just me talking, but that sounded very negative. Okay. Robin saying yard work video. No, ma'am, I don't do yard work videos. I figure that's plausible deniability. You know.
I've seen photos of your yard work, though.
Yeah. I do post pictures on my Facebook
Yeah.
on occasion. It's been a while though. Mainly because it's a disaster area right now. I've got to move the shed, so I've got to unload the shed so I can move it. So I got crap strewn everywhere.
Oh no! All you do is hire a crane company and just get a strap right around it and lift it up.
Yeah, well, you write the check, I will hire the company. But when I got a quote from them, I was like, not just no, hell no.
Really?
Not when I
Why?
can go rent moving skates for $60 a day.
Well, yeah. But so I've moved one, two, three. Probably I've moved probably 6 sheds,
Uh-huh.
like 10 by 12s,
Yeah.
wooden sheds with
Uh-huh.
pallets. Like we basically just either legged just
Mhm.
underneath the softening, or down at the bottom. Or used our big
Okay.
straps, just lifted it right up and moved it maybe 10 feet in the yard or
Mhm.
so. Or a couple of them actually lifted right over the fences and on the back deck
Mhm.
of trailers.
Yeah. Well, I need to move it about I think it was 30 feet, almost not quite 30 feet, like 28 feet, something like that. So when you're ready, come on down and let's go. But I'm not paying somebody to do that, not for what they
Yeah.
want. Not just
Uh,
no. Hell
okay,
no.
I'll do it for free if you pay the fuel.
From Alberta to Oregon? No, that was not part of that. That was not part of it. It's cheaper for me to hire the crane.
I'll do it
Hell,
for
it'd be
free, but you
cheap.
got to pay the fuel.
It would be cheaper to hire a helicopter.
Hey, Len, how's it going? Yeah, it would be cheaper.
They were only a mile down the road.
What
See,
else you
this
been up
is
to?
what I get for not keeping my connections with the Nevada National Guard. I could call in a Chinook and have them move that son of a gun, but
Hey, just tell me you got a state of emergency. Oh, Nancy, that's what I was gonna say. Nancy. So I heard that what's your president's name? Uh, Biden. So I heard today that Biden said that he will personally oversee any help that is required in Florida due to the hurricanes.
Yeah, right.
I heard that on the radio today.
Mm-hmm.
So he said he will oversee everything personally to help everybody that got affected by the hurricanes.
Well, he can carry his butt down to Fort Myers right now and get started.
No, he said he'll oversee it. Didn't say he would do it. So
Yeah, but he's got to be there.
Yeah.
You can't supervise from long distance.
Oh, Jen Sanchez over at Wood Bits and Pieces is live now. Late night testing files. All right. So what else you got on the go then?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, just getting ready to shoot this week's video, and that's about it. Just I've kind of relaxed the last couple of days after moving gravel, one shovel at a time. See, what it is it's a massive case of the but firsts.
But first,
You know, yeah, I want to put up a privacy fence with a drive gate, but first I need to move the shed. But first I need to extend the driveway. But first I need to get gravel and road fabric. Well, you can tick those two things off the list. I put down the road fabric and I'm in the process of moving gravel. Then I can move the shed. Then I can build my privacy fence and my backyard will be 75% finished. So it's just getting all those little steps taken care of. Once I get that shed moved, I can get a dingo back there and get it all done in one day. So
just make sure everybody's babies are put away, though.
babies.
Yeah. The dingo ate my baby.
Oh, I see what you did there. See, I'm a cultural infidel. I didn't get that reference.
I'm surprised. That's why I'm saying. Robin says, but first I must bake a cake.
Yes, but first, a cake. Cake may not always be the answer. But if it isn't, I don't want to hear that question.
All right, I'm gonna head out for the evening. Work tomorrow. So it was great hanging out. Thanks for all the help, John.
Dwight, it's still early, man. It's only 10:30, 10:45.
Some people have a life.
Work comes early.
Yeah, I know it does. All right, take care. And like I said, if you get any problems with your StreamYards going live and stuff, just let me know and I'll help you out again.
Oh, I will do. And I'll
All right.
jump on with you again another time.
All right, thanks for being here. Take care. See you later.
Have a good night there, Dwight.
Thanks.
Shay says, I don't know. Chocolate cake is always the answer. You got it completely wrong, Shay. Chocolate cake is the question. Yes is the answer. Nancy's asking if you can post the link again. She wants to show how her door came out. Are you be? See, now that is drill control right there. If you can lay a piece of material flat on your lap and drill holes, entry holes for your blade, and not drill yourself, that's control. Well, now, sure, anybody can do that. See, here I am trying to brag on you, John, and what do? You spoil the illusion.
Backboard always helps.
You're that guy in David Copperfield's audience who goes, I saw it. He put it up his sleeve.
It's
Oh,
like
I
Penn and,
saw that. There's a mirror over there.
it's like Penn
You're
and
that
Teller.
guy.
It's like Penn and Teller, right?
You are that
No,
guy.
you don't want to see that view. You don't want to see that angle.
Not no, hell no. John the Magic Spoiler.
I've only drilled my leg once. We'll never do that again, says Shay. No, instead you'll ruin your table.
Yeah, the Pierce kneecap look was so 70s. It's gone, Shay. Let's not revive it.
Okay, here. See, no board. There's no board there, okay?
All
Ready
right.
for this one?
Get it.
The only problem with this is you get blowout on the backside, though.
Well, then, don't ruin the piece to try to prove a point. I mean, especially over me. I'm nobody. I'm just some mope in a former bedroom. Well, then, don't ruin the piece to try to prove a point. I mean,
Nancy, you gotta mute your YouTube though.
Me, I'm nobody. I'm just some mope in a
Hello.
in a former bedroom. Don't ruin the piece. Turn your radio down, no swearing allowed. Speak clearly into the phone and make mama proud.
Oh, I thought I did. Hello.
Turn your radio down, no swearing allowed.
I love it.
Mama proud.
Oh, I thought I did. Hello.
Still haven't. There we go.
There you go. Hey Nancy, how's it going?
I have a slow computer.
Well, your door looks awesome.
Thank you.
Where's all your pumpkins?
Uh-oh.
One step at a time, John. It's a process, man.
Yeah, I know.
I'm messing with
It's a
you.
surprise.
Oh.
I'm gonna do the Christmas one first. So I'll show you. Look.
Oh, look at that.
And now that's cool. Now that's just cool. Okay.
I knew you'd do a little awesome welcome sign. That is awesome, Nancy.
Wait. You want to see what I did in the back? Because you're gonna have to change these out all the time, right?
No, you're gonna ruin the illusion for us. Oh, you got storage in the back. Don't tell me you got storage in the back. What?
I asked you not to tell me that.
Oh my god.
So
That is cool.
okay, the magnet stayed on the front on this one.
Yeah, I saw that.
I gotta glue that one back on.
Now that's just cool.
Then I can take these out. I can put this back here. I have to glue that one on. Hold on. Let's glue that back on. Oh, I turned it off. But my gun is not hot. There we go. Oh well. So you put everything back in there. It's magnet. The corners are magnet.
I was just gonna ask you that. If you need a little handle on the back there, though.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet. Now you got the pumpkins. You stick them in the little basket here.
Yeah.
And this is one of the Dollar Tree's calendar signs that says thankful, grateful, and blessed. I
Oh
put
my
a little
god.
grapevine wreath on it, and that goes on there.
That's just cool.
Look at you go.
And you can
Now that's just flat out
sign
cool.
back up.
I told you got to change that O out for every season too, though.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while before I do that, or I could put it over here. I was thinking probably getting another planter, or I don't know. It's a work in progress.
Oh, you need some little welcome mats. You need welcome mats for every season too, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
can do
like
that.
for fall you can do like a leaf shaped welcome mat.
Mhm.
Halloween you can do a spider shaped welcome mat.
Look, I even have a little step.
Oh my god, look at you go.
Now that's just cool. That's all there is to it. That's just cool. I like that a lot.
Then whatever season you want, like I have this one like for 4th of July. that can go. I gotta figure out what to put in the pot after that. So it'll be a little square.
Little LED sparklers.
Yeah,
Or
little LED sparklers or little American flag pinwheels.
yeah, pinwheels or a couple of well, a flag, obviously, right? Or
Bottle
flag or
rockets.
bottle rockets.
I want
was
to.
just
I want to
thinking bottle
get
rockets.
some Dollar
I was
Tree.
thinking about an M80.
Yeah, there you go.
I want to get one of the Dollar Tree fairy lights, and
Yeah.
then put them on the sides of the where the
The
side
frosted
lights are.
glass. Yeah.
So that way in the front you can they light up.
Oh,
Oh.
you could do multiple colors for Christmas.
Look,
So
look
it
at
twinkles
my
like
little
Christmas
snowman.
lights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, you cute little snowman. Nancy, you know
That's
what you
cool.
need? You need to make a little miniature ring bell.
With a camera.
And have a camera on there too.
Yeah, really.
That ring company is getting a lot of how's it free publicity with everybody's ring videos now
Oh yeah.
of the hurricane.
Nancy, you need a couple little small little miniature Amazon boxes too.
Yeah. UPS.
Be careful, I will.
Well, see, here's what you do, Nancy. A couple companies you want to work with make boxes with their logos on them.
Yeah.
And they go, "Oh, hey, look at this." You know, and then tag them on like Instagram or Facebook or wherever you post the pictures.
Nancy, you're so imaginative. But where do you get all your ideas from? Like seriously.
This just came to. I started with the door because I wanted to do this front part here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm thinking to myself, well, it looks so it's not substantial, you know,
Yeah.
because it was only going to be this wide. So I'm like, well, let me do the side to make it, you know, a little deeper. Then I go, wait a minute, what do I do with all that stuff inside? And go, wait a minute, I can store everything that I'm making inside.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you
And
know what else?
happened to be right size.
Something else you might want to add is just a couple of side rails for your front patio. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Like fence, little white picket fence or something up the side there, maybe. Yeah,
hmm
just to border it off.
That's cool. I really dig that. I really dig that.
That is awesome, Nancy.
When I was finishing making it, it's like, oh, this is coming out so cute.
Are those going to be for sale on your Etsy site?
I don't know yet. I don't know if with their other little pieces, it's going to be pricey.
Psst,
Yeah.
plans. Measure drawing and plans.
Got to get your laser up and running now.
I'll have to get one.
Yeah, you come up with a measured drawing and sell the measured drawing for $5 for a digital download. There you go.
Oh yeah.
In fact, I know a dude out in the chat
I
who can
I
hook
couldn't-
you
well,
up with that.
This one doesn't. This one didn't want. There's another one that didn't glue.
Yeah, Nancy, we can hook you up with a media manager, Shay,
Mhm.
and somebody with some digital tech, Steve, and you know you can box them up and rip them right off, sell them right away.
or just sell plans through your website for $5 a piece digital download. You never touch it. You just watch the order come in. They download it themselves.
Yeah, I have some crochet patterns like that,
There you go. Perfect.
and I didn't have pieces of metal to put back here, so I had these little
Not a
rulers.
ruler. That's the
'Cause
best.
I was thinking of doing the another magnet back here. Well, that's a waste of my magnets.
Yep.
So I mean, like, oh, I don't use these guys. That I've had these for dozen years maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, you could have made a little pegboard too and just had them hanging there.
With little pegs.
Yeah.
But
That
this
is a
how-
great idea. That
This
really
is
is a great
a little
idea.
wood circle, and then this is one of the Dollar Tree mini calendars. Focus, 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 focus. There we go.
That's
There we
cool.
go. See? I didn't even have to do anything. It's just one of those Dollar Tree calendars, and then they just all stacked in there.
That's cool.
Let's
That's
see.
just flat out cool.
Yeah.
That's the best, Nancy. Thank you for coming on and showing us first. We appreciate that.
I was gonna say let me just surprise everybody with it on my video, but like you know what? I need to show everybody. I started this on your
Well,
show.
yeah.
Everybody needs to see. And the width of this, I wasn't planning on how wide to make it, and these just happen to fit back there.
Yeah.
The pumpkins and the stuff, they just happen to fit back there just perfectly.
So is that going to go like up on your mantle or something like that?
I wish I had a mantle.
Well, I tried.
It's gonna go up on my shelf behind me.
Oh, okay.
So you'll probably see it when I start my lives again.
Okay.
And
That's cool. That's a lot of fun.
And change it by season. But I like this part here.
And you know, you're always gonna think of new ideas to add on to it too.
Of course.
Yeah, like you guys just add, the welcome mats, the little side railings.
Christmas lights.
Yes.
Oh, Nancy, you got for your Christmas one, you got to make a little conifer swag for across the top of the door.
Stop getting in my head. I was thinking of a swag.
Yeah, because because the thing is, you can change out the swags for every season too, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
There you go. That one is.
Little long needle wreath for Christmas
Yeah.
with a red ribbon on it. Miniature gold bells. I'm real good at spending other people's money.
If I put the side rails on, I could put a little the little swags on there too.
Yeah, there you
Yep.
go.
Oh,
And for
just
for
imagine how cool it.
and for those for 4th of July, those half round, what do they call
Swag
those
banners,
things?
little swag banners, yeah, the half round
Mhm.
ones.
She doesn't want to know about the flower boxes and flower baskets I'm thinking of for springtime.
I was just thinking that
I was
you,
thinking
you,
that too.
you
I
can
was
hang
thinking
the
of putting
flower
these boxes
baskets off
right
the side.
here.
Yeah, there you go.
See the trouble you get into coming to my show? All these ideas.
I'll have to do the at least for the video. I need to do the mats. I like this.
How repulsive. See what I did there?
I just wanted to come on and show you guys how cute this thing is. It measures. It's 6 inches wide by 8 inches tall. So it's 6 by 6 almost.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's not too big.
That's what
Yeah.
she said. Oh my God, Nancy, look what you made me do.
What did I do?
That's what she said. It's 6 by 6. It's just big enough. Unbelievable.
Okay, time to go to bed now.
Well, thank you for showing us that, Nancy. That was awesome.
Thank you for all the inspiration.
Now we're let me get serious for just a second. Were you affected by the rain or you had any kind of flooding or anything going on there?
Thank God, no flooding, because the last storm that came through here that wasn't a hurricane
Mm-hmm.
flooded our stream. We couldn't drive in.
Okay. Okay.
But this time we did good.
Okay.
Only a couple times the wind was blowing hard that the lights went out for a couple seconds.
Mm-hmm.
But that was it.
Okay. I've got a friend in Sweetwater, and I've been checking on him all day long just to make sure that, everything is going good for him.
Yeah,
and he
from
lucked
what I
out as
heard,
well.
Hialeah has gotten a lot of water,
Yeah,
which
he
which is
said.
about an hour from me.
Yeah, he said up north of him didn't fare as well as he did, but he's right there on the canal, so he was I mean, kind of watching it to make sure that everything went as it was supposed to go. And he said, so far, so good. So, I mean, if he takes 4 steps out of his house, he's fine. If he takes 5 steps, he's in the canal. So,
My sister lost power for a few hours, but she was fine otherwise.
okay, well, good. Glad to hear it.
I
Glad to
had
hear that
I had this
everybody's.
little wreath too that for everyday holidays.
Yeah, there you go.
So I'm gonna keep on working on it. Just keep on watching my Instagram. I might show some sneak peeks. Maybe a mini Amazon box.
I'll just keep watching my video over and over.
Well, I can only speak from personal experience, but that front porch is way too clean. There needs to be like some leaves or something on there.
Here we go.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Nancy, you can put you can put some fake snow on there, and
Hmm.
then take a little boot, put like boot prints coming at the door.
Hmm. One shovel mark right down the middle.
Well, I have this Dollar Tree fake snow, but
Oh yeah, you
it'll be a big old mess.
make a little snow shovel.
See that?
Yeah, you don't want to do that now.
No.
It'd be a big old mess. You don't want to do that now.
What I can do is what I did with the farmers market.
Mhm.
Put a piece of wood right on top of this and change it out for seasons. One for snowy look, so it'll be glued on.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Little replaceable front porches that you can set down on top of it so it looks like it's covered with snow, and
Yeah.
and then take it up and put little baskets there and with flowers in them for spring.
Then I'll need
Ooh,
a place.
for Easter you got to put like miniature Easter eggs, hide an Easter egg in the pot, things like that. Like I said, I'm real good at spending other people's money.
I have these.
And I'm an expert at coming up with stuff for other people to do. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Little Easter egg.
I have about 6 or 7 of those left.
But compared to that door, though, that would be like an Easter egg from an ostrich.
Yeah.
It's pretty big.
I have like little mini baskets.
Yeah, there you go. Billy Burt has dropped in. Howdy, Billy.
There. Itty bitty
Hey Billy,
baskets.
yeah, no, I've been looking at the chat there, and Larry, can't wait to see your pattern that you got from Helder Botus. You've been keeping busy. That's good. Hey Billy,
Yeah.
good to see you here.
Yeah, Steve says you just designed an entire line of accessories to sell to anyone who buys that door. And that's what I mean. You can, sell the pattern to make that door. And then folks who don't have like a laser or something like that, or, yeah, I'll cut it out for you for a nominal fee.
Well, I used this sheets of basswood that I ordered on Amazon.
Mhm.
It's not that hard to cut.
How do you like working with basswood?
I like it better than balsa wood.
It smells a little fishy.
Oh yeah, much better than balsa.
But
Not
this one
quite as
here,
splintery.
depending if with the grain, it tends to crack easy.
The grain what? I'm sorry.
Like if right through here,
Uh-huh.
you gotta be careful because it tends to crack easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Especially in quarter sawn areas. Yeah. Well, just throwing it out there for y'all that may not know, if you have a hobby shop near you that specializes in, say, radio controlled airplanes, radio controlled boats, they make genuine Baltic birch plywood, 3-ply, as thin as 1/64 of an inch thick. And
wow.
you can buy it in 12-inch by 12-inch pieces, and it works very, very well. I used it to make Christmas ornaments on the CNC a couple years back.
There's none down here in Homestead. I have to go to Miami if they have anything.
Yep, just look for hobby shops
Mhm.
that, and if they're into radio controlled boats, airplanes, anything like that, they'll carry it. They got stuff there that you wouldn't believe. I mean, tubing so small you can just barely fit a human hair through.
And the frosted glass I use here is from the chopping mats from Dollar Tree.
Oh, nice. See, I'm trying to think if I have any of that here handy. I don't think I do.
No, I think you looked for it before and you couldn't find it.
Well,
now
I'll go back to the chat now.
All right, Nancy, thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Bye-bye, Nancy.
Nancy, if you're ever short of ideas, you know where to come, right?
Of course.
All right. Well, Jerry, as far as I know, you can get Russian Baltic birch or Finnish Baltic birch. I know the stuff that we get in comes from is Finnish Baltic birch, comes from Finland. But I don't know about the Russian Baltic birch yet. I know Windsor Plywood has a stock of it now. Still pretty expensive though.
For those who follow Matt Cremona, the guy that's helping him with his pole barn build, Donovan from Donovan's Homes. He and I were talking Monday, and he says Baltic birch is available to him, but it's outrageously priced.
Yeah, it's really mega priced.
Yeah, it's gone crazy.
I bought a 5x5 sheet of quarter and a 5x5 sheet of 1/8, and it cost me $174.
Yeah, he said that he looked into some 1/2-inch thick, and it was right at $90 a sheet.
Oh, that's what I forgot to go back and argue that it didn't give me my discount. Well, no, because we get a discount because we're in the Woodworkers Club.
Okay.
We're in Woodworkers Club, and that's where we get discounts as at Windsor Plywood. But there was a new guy there, and he didn't know.
Wow. So
with a needle and thread?
Well, no, I know that the conversation always devolves to food when, I'm here on this. But just wanted to know, white chocolate, yes or no?
You missed last night's show.
Yeah, I did.
Is this chocolate on the other side and white chocolate on the inside?
Yeah, white chocolate, yes or no?
It depends on who makes it, actually. Milky
Uh,
Bar. Is that Nestle?
Nestle. Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of that.
It's from the UK.
Oh. That actually sounds like it'd be pretty good. See, for me, white chocolate has to be. It depends on the manufacturer because
Mhm.
some milk chocolate, some white chocolate has that waxy taste to it
Mm-hmm.
because it just doesn't taste right. And then
Right.
other white chocolates are like they're decadent. They just got
Mm-hmm.
that Godiva taste to them, right?
That's
But
what this is.
when
It's very good.
when I was a kid, I always wanted the white chocolate bunny.
Mhm.
My
Mhm.
my brother always wanted the Mr. Crunch bunny. I don't know why.
Well,
I
we have
But
one store here that sells Canadian chocolate bars as well as UK chocolate bars. And so they were out of Maltesers and Coffee Crisp for some reason. Come
what?
on, Canada, get with it. So I tried the Milky Bar, which I do like, and I picked up Cadbury Flake. If you ever get a chance to try a Cadbury Flake, you will love it.
Yeah,
Just be warned, it's messy.
it is really messy because the chocolate is so like the shaved chocolate is so thin
Mhm.
in those. But I've been eating those since mid '80s
Oh, yeah, they are
when they
excellent.
first come out.
It's a good alternative, but still not my favorite.
Now I don't know. Can you get Ritter Sport chocolate bars down there?
Some flavors, yes. Some flavors. We get hazelnut, marzipan, mint, and just the solid milk chocolate. And they're
Yeah.
very good too. We fell in
The
love with those when we were stationed in Germany.
There's orange and sea salt, which is
Mhm.
awesome. Caramel and sea salt. There's a cherry Ritter as well.
Mhm.
And like I basically just break off little pieces and just mix them in a bowl.
Yep.
You don't know what you're getting, right?
Yeah. 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 I'm not a fan of marzipan at all. It's one
I
of the few
freaking
things
love
that I really
marzipan.
don't like.
What?
But
How do you not
anything
like?
else, especially in the Ritter Sport variety, and I mean, even back in the late 80s and early 90s when we were stationed in Germany, there must have been 40 flavors of those things.
Yeah, at least.
So,
How do you not like marzipan?
very easy. It's just not my favorite. I mean, if that's all there is, I'll eat it, you know. But if there's another flavor, I'll take that over marzipan
Okay,
anytime.
if you had the choice of marzipan, okay, let's say you go to the cupboard, you got a hankering for I need some chocolate, and
Mhm.
there's marzipan and there's baker's chocolate. Which one are you gonna pick?
Oh, I'd take the marzipan then. But I would only eat that while I was waiting for the milk to heat up so I could take the baker's chocolate and some sugar and make some cocoa with it. See, I know how to cook.
See, when I was younger, I made that mistake because I was like, "Don't touch the marzipan! Don't touch the marzipan!" And like, oh, I had a hankering for chocolate one day, and I
Mhm.
opened the cupboard, and there's a marzipan, and there's baker's chocolate. I'm like, can't eat the baker's chocolate. And I broke off a bit, because they're pretty big chunks. I broke off a big
Mhm.
chunk and I bit into it. Like, this is not what I was expecting.
Mhm. Yep. Like, oh, you want to eat a bar of baker's chocolate? Go ahead, but you're going to finish the whole thing.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Yep.
Hey, Chris. Yeah, that sounds awesome that you made just finished a project, a 3x2 oak cross, engraved it on my laser, and then Axipifia.
Axpifia? I have no
What?
idea.
What's Axipifia?
Mhm.
All right, Chris, you got to fill us in on that.
Sounds like something that a good orthopedist could take care of, though.
Larry says he likes a good whatchamacallit. See, I had one once when I was down in the States, but we don't have them up here.
Mm.
We don't have we don't have 100 grand. We don't have all the famous chocolate bars you guys got down there.
That's okay. We don't have Coffee Crisp. We don't have. There's a bunch of stuff. And I think there needs to be an international trade delegation run an interference and start getting some of this stuff cross border, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, Jim Dockerel sent me a care package one day that was a bunch of coffee crisps, and that was the only chocolate we had on the in the house for about 3 days. And Linda finally, okay, I'll guess I'll try one because she does not like artificial coffee flavor or instant coffee flavored anything. She took one bite and she was like, "So where's the coffee?" I said, "It's the filling in between the layers." And she kind of really paid it. "These are really good." I said, "Yeah, I know." And that was it, man. I lost half of my coffee crisp right there.
Oh, Chris. Oh my. So he says, I just finished a project, 3 foot by 3 foot by 2 foot, and a 3 foot by 2 foot cross, engraved it with the individual's names and date of birth and death, then almost asphyxiated myself by using spray lacquer in my unventilated basement shop. Anybody have a match? LOL.
Yeah, you need to you need to start a fan club or something. Get that thing
Yeah.
ventilated. That will kill you deader than hail.
Nancy says, okay, who hid my cork sheets? I was going to use them for the welcome mats. I have, I got 2 packages of 12 by 12 cork mat.
You know what would be fun? I don't know. Do you make your own stamps, Nancy? That would work great to make a welcome mat or go away mat or the dog and their domestic staff live here. You know, welcome mat.
Not you again.
Who?
As a welcome mat.
Yeah, welcome mat. Yeah, there you go. Go away. Put down the pizza and nobody will get hurt. Mm.
Well, it's like the cutest thing I saw. One of my friends from school, she got this trash bin, like a trash bin, waste paper basket, right?
Okay.
And she lives in a trailer, and she got trailer trash written on the side of it. I'm like, that is so freaking hilarious.
Trailer trash. Why not?
So I got one too. So I got a waste paper basket in the bathroom in the trailer that says trailer trash.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious.
Works. It works.
Chris, I sprayed, held my breath, and ran. Unbelievable. You're the worst. Nancy, you can make an oven door, and then when you open it, there's all kinds of cool treats inside. Robin.
So I never did ask you, but I'm guessing you're making another Krampus, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This is number 2 of 3
Okay.
for a Krampus mural that I'm doing, basically. So when I finish all 3, I'm gonna have like a burlap frames around them with
Mhm.
like and I got a bunch of willow. So I'm gonna make like some willow switches to put like to accent the frame with, because
Mhm.
he sticks the children in burlap sacks and beats them with willow
Right.
whips, right? So there you
Okay.
go.
Makes sense. Yeah, makes
And
sense.
there's 3 of them, and they're basically one's looking left, one's looking right, one's looking straight on ish.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna have all 3, so it's left, right, and center one. I'm gonna
Okay.
alternate them so that one's gonna be higher than the other 2. I don't know. I haven't figured out the final layout yet, but I think it's gonna look cool with the the burlap and the switches on the side of them to frame it all in. And then I might do like a Krampus across the top, like an evil looking word Krampus.
Mhm. Yeah, there you go.
Krampus is coming for you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Krampus going to get you if you don't watch out. It's coming out cool. It's coming out very cool.
Yeah, Herb did an awesome job designing this.
Chris says I should also say that the cross was a freebie for a client. Well,
Yeah.
better be a good client.
Oh, almost done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11.
These go to 11.
I can count this many's.
Mm-hmm.
Whose dog is that? You're not
My
dog.
neighbor. That's my neighbor, about 3 houses down.
3. That's a loud
Mhm.
dog.
Yeah. It's a relatively new neighbor, and they have a pit bull. And, it's a good dog. The dog is fine. But the previous neighbor had a Malamute. And oh my God, was that dog talkative. Hey, Doug just dropped in from Pole Barn Productions.
Doug. Hey, Doug, what are you up to?
That's right, Pole Barn Productions. If you need a pole barn produced, talk to Doug. He's your man. He'd be like, hey, wait a minute.
That was just the name I picked out of a hat.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Rocky.
So, Mark, do you miss doing realty?
Do I miss what?
Selling realty.
Sometimes I do miss it. Other times I don't. I mean, I'm Wait a second here. Doug says showered and everything. Now just sat down to watch Mark talk crap about me. Dude, you know it's done out of affection. If I didn't mess with you, you'd think I was mad at you. Come on,
Exactly.
you know. I do miss it sometimes, but other times I don't. I guess I'm basically nosy by nature, so it was actually kind of cool to go around and look at houses and see how people were decorating and doing this and doing that, and seeing what's available on the market. That was always interesting. But a lot of the mundane paperwork and the negotiation process was always fun to me. That was always interesting. But a lot of it was just a hassle. So sometimes I miss it, sometimes I don't. You know,
Oh,
I mean,
Nancy has a dilemma.
uh-oh.
She says she found a piece big enough for one mat. What should she write on it?
Welcome. Just throwing it out there.
So were you when you were selling, were you big into staging the houses? Because I find that like I actually find it tacky.
I left that up to the client. If they were going to do an open house, well, number one, it depends on if they had moved out of the house. If the house was vacant, sometime a little bit of staging can help.
Yeah.
But if they're still living in the home while it's trying to sell, then I had a big old list of things. Put away all your collections. This is not trying to call attention to the fact that you've got every red line Hot Wheels made since 1967. We're trying to sell your house. Okay. The only thing you have to sell is space. So you've got to thin out as much as you can to give that illusion of space. Take away personal photos of friends and family and things like that and make it neutral. You don't want to show off your stuff. You want them to be able to imagine their stuff there.
Did you
So,
did you
things like that.
where was I going with this? Did you ever I just had something. I had a question I was going to ask you as a realtor.
Mhm.
Bu- 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 I lost it. I was going to ask you something. I can't remember now.
Okay.
So did you have deadlines when you had to sell the house by? Like I know there's realtors up here that are like, if we don't sell your house in 30 days, we buy it from you.
Nope. Nothing like that. Nothing like that at all. There are two realtors up here that will do that. And I don't know. I can see where it is a major selling point, but nobody is in that much control of the market. So, w- I mean, I've seen some people price properties so low that they do get snapped up that quickly. So the agent doesn't have really much skin in the game at all. But I know for a fact they could have gotten more for that property. So it's kind of, I would just say that if you're thinking about selling a home, remember one thing, and that is every agent you talk to, basically they are there for a job interview. You don't have to choose that agent. You don't have to work with the first person you run across.
Yeah.
Get their ideas,
That I know.
ask them about commissions and commission rates, but remember they work for you. So sometimes they can negotiate down a commission, but every agent has a boss or a managing broker. And if they're, for instance, affiliated with XYZ company may have a policy that they can negotiate down to a certain point without manager's approval, and then negotiate down to another point with manager's approval, but they can't go any lower than that.
Did you encourage
So-
home inspections for sellers?
I do. I encourage home inspection. Well, I encourage home inspections for buyers. For sellers, I recommend it, but it's not mandatory, you know.
Yeah.
But I highly, highly, highly encourage an inspection for a buyer. And it doesn't matter if there was an inspection done on it last month. The inspector, again, the inspector works for you. The inspector doesn't work for the real estate agent. You are basically hiring the inspector.
Yeah.
And he's going to give you a report on that property.
See, like when
So-
we bought our house, it was on the market for maybe 2 months,
Uh-huh.
and the previous owner had an inspector come by,
Mhm.
and every deficiency that he found, he hired contractors and had everything fixed up to code,
Okay.
right? And like everything, like he fixed everything.
Right.
And then when we bought it, we had an inspector come by. He looked at
Good.
the house. We gave him the previous inspection as well. He went through that, and he found 2 things that were notable but not
Mhm.
mandatory to fix. Right?
Right.
We're like, okay, fine. So the house is move in ready with no issues at all. He goes, yeah, it's perfect.
Mhm.
And we knew the home inspector. He's reputable in the area. My boss and other people that I know that work with it have used him.
Mhm.
So he was a good inspector. But I know there are inspectors out there that will just, take the money and do a quick look through, but not
Yeah.
poke holes in the wall and but can open the breaker panel and stuff like that.
Mhm. Yeah, the inspector I used that I recommended. I don't hire the inspector. I had 2 that I would refer people to and say, these are the ones that I recommend, but you're free to hire any inspector you want. And one of them went so far as to use an endoscope and check wall cavities and things of that nature wherever he could.
I kind of figured that's what you're supposed to do.
Huh?
I kind of figured that's what they're supposed to do.
Well, sometimes they can't. It just depends on the type of construction.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of homes here that were made in the 1800s, and you'll find homes around here all over the place that are not even on a foundation; they're just sitting on rock.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Billy, I like that. Nancy, you should use Billy's suggestion for your mat. BRB chickens.
Mhm.
Like I'm not looking at buying right now.
Mhm.
Asking generalization.
Well, the main thing to do is to protect yourself. So, and if you're a buyer, well, whether you're a buyer or a seller, the agent works for you. Now, there's certain things they can and can't do depending upon the law and depending upon the market. So you have to work within that law, but still, as a buyer's agent, it's my job to get them a home that they can use the way they want to use, that they actually like, that they can afford at the lowest price possible. As the seller's agent, my job is to get the highest dollar amount possible in the shortest amount of time possible. And that was it.
Now, do you believe renos are required to sell a house, though?
Do I believe what?
Renos are required to sell the house.
Rentals?
Renos.
Oh, renovations.
Yeah.
No.
See, because you see a lot of these reno shows and stuff. Oh, well, we're flipping the house, but we're gonna use real granite countertops. We're gonna use marble flooring and blah blah blah. Oh, it's gonna add $10,000 to the price of the home. I'm like,
It
well, why didn't you use like quartz and
in some markets it will, but in other markets it won't. It won't give you that much of a return. I mean, it's a you buy a property for $100,000 in a neighborhood, and you put 100,000 into it. Well, are you going to get 250 or 260 in that neighborhood when the average price of a house there is 125,000? Probably
well,
not.
with the comparables in the area, this is a good selling point. Blah, blah.
And that is legitimate, but it's only a comparison. I mean, it's not a market analysis, and it's not an appraisal. So, and an appraisal that is old, I'll tell you right now, an appraisal older than 90 days is out of date. So if somebody says, well, we had it appraised 6 months ago, doesn't matter. It's completely irrelevant. Markets change day by day. You can't trust an appraisal that's older than 90 days because most lenders will only guarantee that appraisal for 90 days. And
Really?
not all of them will do that. So,
See,
but
I do know that there's a house down the road here.
mhm.
It's only been on the market for like 2 months, and he's already dropped the price 20 grand. I'm like,
Well, he may need to renovate, or he may have just been asking too much for the property. But
well,
our rule of thumb was this. Excuse me, good Lord, that was terrible. If you will get the most bang for your buck by upgrading the kitchen. And basically if you're taking all the appliances with you, no call, no foul. It's no big deal. But if you look into your kitchen, if anything in that kitchen is the same color as a soup, it's time to upgrade. With the exception of white, it can be the color of clam chowder. But if it's red, tomato red, or if it's squash,
avocado,
tannish
come on,
yellow,
avocado is
if it's
the best
avocado,
different color.
you need to upgrade, and that's all there is to it. If you have any floral borders that touch your ceiling up on the wall, it's time to upgrade. It's time to do a little bit of work, you know? So, let's see. Chris Nealon says, when we bought our house back in 91, the home inspector missed a ton of crap. Non-functional chimney, rotten sheathing behind said chimney, bad plumbing, a furnace, an oil tank that should have been replaced decades ago. What are you talking about? The electrical system? I mean, don't even talk about the electrical system. Well, unfortunately, in some places, it's very easy to get a license to be a home inspector, but that doesn't mean you're good at it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, talk to friends and neighbors who have recently moved, who have recently bought or sold the property, and get referrals from friends. You know, also look for VA qualified home inspectors, because if you, like, for instance, in this area of the state, there are 2 home inspectors that are certified for the Veterans Administration loans, and they have to be the ones to inspect the home before it'll qualify for a VA loan. These people have so many accreditations, however you want to say it. It's not even funny.
Take care, Larry.
They are a higher caliber inspector. So, have a good night, Larry.
Yeah, but I know that, and it's weird because the house just sells. Like I don't think I've seen anybody in that house for more than 13 months at a time.
And it's not a rental. These are people
No.
that are buying and then moving
Yeah.
on.
Yep.
That indicates there's an issue with that house. There's a problem.
See, but the thing is that everybody that moves in there does at least one major upgrade. The last people that were just in there just redid the entire back deck. Like
Uh-huh.
people before that replaced all the windows. People before that replaced the roof. People
Mhm.
before that replaced the entire yard. Like they redid the entire yard.
Yeah. Well,
People before like every time somebody's in there, a major upgrade happens to the house.
yeah. Well, I don't know. That hmm.
You taking off, Herb? All right, take care.
Yep. Have a good one, Herb. That could indicate something. That just then again may indicate that after they did the upgrade, its value went up and they decided to cash out. I mean, people move for all kinds of reasons: work related, personal, family. I mean,
I think
people
it's more
sell
oil
for all
field.
kinds of
I,
reasons.
I
Huh?
think it's more oil field than anything else up here, though.
That's possible.
Except for my neighbor. My neighbor and the one across the road from him were the first two houses on this street, and they still own their houses.
Yeah. Well, now is the area that you're in, is it a desirable destination? Do people want to move there?
No,
Or is it kind of a place people want to move to on their way to someplace else,
no.
moving up or down? No. It's just
You mean our neighborhood?
yeah, your neighborhood.
No, not really, because basically everybody is either in the trailer park, and
Mhm.
then they go from the trailer park to the brand new cookie cutter houses,
Right.
which I don't know
Okay.
how the concept behind that just doesn't make sense to me. Because the reason we chose where we did for this one was
Mhm.
because of the well established neighborhood. Because you can tell by the tree growth,
Right.
right? The trees here are huge, like the elms
Mhm.
and the oaks, like they're huge. We got a weeping birch out front,
Yeah.
and we got two hemlocks out back,
Uh-huh.
and they're huge trees.
Well,
And
there's a lot of trade-off there. Some people don't want that responsibility because what you're talking about does take a little bit of upkeep. Whereas a
exper-
brand new house in a brand new neighborhood that doesn't have established trees like that, they're not dealing with that.
oh yeah, but you got to deal with settling and cracking
That's
and
true.
everything falling apart because they get put up in like 3 months. The
That's
houses are
true.
built way too fast.
But they also have warranties, so it's all being covered under the warranty. And you know, but they also use those as a stepping stone to move to someplace else. You move into a house, the property is going to appreciate over the course of a year. You're going to build a little bit of equity, and you can sometimes leverage that into a bigger place somewhere down the road while selling your home to a first time buyer. I've done that. I've handled places like that. I mean, that was a good portion of my business was people that were moving up from starter homes.
I just can't see buying a $600,000 house to move into a $1 million house, right?
Well, most of us can't relate to something like that, but for every seller, there is a buyer. I truly
No, I
believe that.
that I understand.
And everybody is going to have their own idea on what kind of spin. I literally cannot count high enough to tell you how many wives, especially, walked into a kitchen and said, "We remove this wall and do that." They're talking about huge structural changes.
Yeah.
And my big thing was always, okay, if you think you want to make more than 3 changes like that of that scale, maybe we need to keep looking because this may not be the place for you. You know?
I don't. I honestly don't like open concept houses.
Mhm.
You might as well just move into a bachelor suite.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a personal preference thing. Some
Or
people like a galley kitchen off to the side. Other people do want that big open place. And that's part of it. There are so many open concept homes out there on the market for sale right now. If you're thinking about removing a wall, let's look at the next house where you
yeah,
won't have to do that,
yeah.
you know?
Well, I do know that we bought our house what 13 years ago, and with I'm basically just going with city appraisal on it.
Mhm.
That it's appreciated. Well, see, we bought it for 260. Now the city says it's worth 320.
Okay.
So it's gone up 60 grand in
Okay.
12 years. So I,
And And is that your tax? That's what you're being taxed on?
Yeah, the tax assessment.
Okay, they usually assess low.
Yeah.
So it's probably an appraisal is probably going to be coming at more than that.
Hey,
But
Wade.
there are exceptions in every market is different. But overall, since 1900, when they first started tracking these things, with the occasional exception because of market issues, real estate has appreciated at the rate of about 5% per year.
Oh yeah.
There have been downturns where there's been 2, 3, 4 years where it tanked and then shot back up. But if you plot that trajectory out since 1900, it's about 5% a year
Really.
at about that rate.
But I do know that in our area, so 2 blocks away, there's a brand new grocery store. There's a brand new mini mall. There's a brand
Mhm.
new gas station and a
Mhm.
coffee shop, a car wash, and 2 new schools. Oh, and
Right.
going the other direction, they just built a brand new indoor community center, right? So it's like basketball and tennis and stuff like that, and a running track, right?
And about how far is all of that away from you?
Like 2 blocks either direction.
Okay, well, see now, so where before maybe your neighborhood wasn't a destination, it could quickly become one,
Yeah.
you know? So,
But I know there, like on our street alone, I'd say there's probably let me Google map this. So there are on my street alone uh, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 20, 28 houses on
mhm,
my street,
okay,
and I'd have to say that probably half of them are rentals,
okay,
and I'd say another. So out of those 28, I know for a fact that 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 of them are duplexes.
okay. So it's a mixed neighborhood in that regard,
Yeah,
rentals versus
homeowners.
single family homeowners.
Yeah,
So, yeah, it sounds like a typical middle class neighborhood. I mean, economically speaking,
yeah.
middle class. So, I mean, if it's quiet and not a lot of neighborhood drama, I mean, you don't have flashing red and blue lights out there every other day or 4 or 5 times a day, then, you know, I see. I don't know if you're a bedroom community to a bigger town or if you have industry close by where you have a lot of people working or anything expanding like that. It could be a very attractive place.
Well,
But
yeah.
then
See,
again, if you're out away from that, it could be an attractive place simply because of you're out of the rat race. It's a place where you can get some solitude and some peace and quiet. So,
so our city has a population of 64,000, but
uh-huh.
I do know that with transient workers for the oil field and forestry,
Hmm.
the oil field, the oil patch, the energy industry, it
Hmm.
goes up to probably what 95,000.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
Okay.
still like it's a nice sized city.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not quite, it's almost the same size as the big city Medford here. We have, I think, 80,000 people in Medford. I may be wrong on that. And we're a bedroom community to that town. There's 8,000 people in the little town that I live in. And, this is not a destination, my
Yeah.
area. People want to move way up into the mountains to overlook the valley. But the higher uphill you go, the more expensive you get. So, there is that as well. But, yeah.
Wade says there were $450,000 homes without power. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, never lost power. They're in a created community. Nothing but the
Last
house, the garage.
last I saw in Florida with Hurricane Ian, they were saying that 1.5 million people were without power in the state. So I don't know if that's still that way or not.
Well, because I know we were discussing last night that if you live in if you live in Tornado Alley or Hurricaneville, why aren't you prepared for stuff like this to happen? Is that just asking too much? Like I don't know.
Well, you can run, but you can't hide. And Eloy and I talked about this last night on the podcast. We did episode 200, the Hurricane Special, Hurricane Show, because he is in South Florida. And at that time, they didn't really know where it was going to hit. And we basically talked about your level of risk. Now, I'm out here on the West Coast where we don't get hurricanes. There have been tornadoes historically, but I wouldn't even begin to know when the last tornado to touch down in Oregon was. So we don't get that extreme. What we get out here is earthquakes and fires. And that scares the bejeebers out of some people back east, whereas hurricanes and tornadoes scare the bejeebers out of me because I've never lived through that kind of thing. So if you think a tornado coming through your area once every 100 years is an acceptable risk for you, then you may be just absolutely fine with that.
Yeah.
But if you think an earthquake scares the hell out of you, then maybe the West Coast isn't the place for you. I remember after Hurricane Katrina hit, it was the governor of Mississippi. His house was wiped out by Hurricane Katrina. And he said he was going to rebuild, and people were calling him stupid. That's crazy. Why would you rebuild there? And he's like, well, the house was built in the 1830s. It stood that long. It's not like this happens every week, It was built in the 1830s. Come on. So, and he did. They rebuilt, and everything is fine. So, I mean, you can run, but you can't hide. There's always going to be something out there.
Well, it's like up here, So okay, we got wind, but we get hot temperatures. We got to deal with minus 50, snow every other year. Got to deal with snow. But
yeah,
Canada, that's what you deal with it.
Yeah, and to me, that just sounds like a giant pain in the you know what. I mean, but if you're born and raised there, you're used to it. You know that that's a part of life there. And that's acceptable to you because, I mean, it must be. You're still there. You're free to go, but, why would you want to? Everything is fine. So, okay, great. And there are people who get hit by a nor'easter every year, but that's acceptable to them. I mean, you got people down south and on the eastern seaboard that have the possibility of getting hit by a hurricane, and the same thing with the Gulf Coast. But again, it's not like that happens every week. We're talking about maybe once in a lifetime thing. So, yeah, Denise, out here we deal with earthquakes, wildfires, and just to liven things up, the occasional odd volcano. But it's not like it happens every week,
We got wildfires all the time. Like I mentioned last week. There's at least 15 wildfires at any given time.
Well, we're kind of running out of things to burn.
We got so many trees. But wildfires are good for nature though, because it helps reproduce everything that's in the area.
I have a very unpopular opinion on that. Don't get me started.
Well, it 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 it's the same as farmers burning their fields. It's the same as the city burning the grass in the springtime, just so it comes up greener and fuller.
Eloy and I had this discussion once because the Everglades burn there every year, and in fact, the indigenous peoples used to set fires for just that reason. But
Yeah.
um, you're talking about a grass that will be back next year. Here, we're talking about 2,500-year-old trees that won't.
Well, yeah,
You know,
okay. So
and
there's a difference between a forest wildfire as
Mhm.
opposed to a controlled burn fire.
Right, and that is a very big distinction, but it's all a part of managed forestry. See,
Yeah,
fire is the final solution.
yeah.
You know,
I was just going to mention forestry management as well. So
Mhm. And it basically it's keeping the understory, and that's all the dead branches and stuff that have fallen out of the trees. It's keeping all that cleaned out and cleared out. That's good. That is good stewardship of the land.
yeah,
And occasionally thinning, they don't clear cut. Well, they clear cut on private property because it's that they do it that way. That's what it's planted for. But on public lands, they don't clear cut. They'll go in and they'll cut out um, trees with a trunk diameter of 18 to 24 inches. And they'll go in and they'll take out 5 per acre. But then they have to replant 2 for every one they cut because they figure just normal attrition, half of them are not going to survive.
yeah.
But they also have to take all of the waste and all of that understory with them. And that's where a lot of the engineered woods that we use every day comes from, is
Well,
that, and along with bark and then small trees that they can't really use for anything else. That's what goes
yeah.
into OSB and particle board and
So
things like that.
driving up the highway up here from Grand Prairie to Grand Cache,
Mhm.
there's forest replantation areas, and basically they clear cut the signs on the side of the road. Cut in 93, replanted in 94, will be cut
Mhm.
again in 2018, right?
Right.
Or sorry, 2032 or whatever,
Mhm.
right? So that way they're always doing proper forestry stewardship to the land
Mhm.
and replanting and rebuilding as they're going along, clear cutting areas. But it's actually a good idea to do.
Right. It is. Well, down here they took a different tack, and for many, many years it was if a fire was man caused, they immediately went and suppressed it and tried to put it out. But if a fire was caused by nature, a lightning strike, they would surround the fire and build fire lines around it and let it burn.
Yeah.
The problem with that is pretty soon you have really, it sounds flip, but it's the truth. You have nothing left to burn.
All right,
I mean,
Wade. Good night. Thanks for joining us.
when you have 5 years of successive fires that are more than 500,000 acres, I mean, do you know how much habitat there is in a burn scar? 0.
Yeah.
Well, they have since backed off of that stance, and now they get onto suppression immediately because these fires are getting closer and closer to populated areas. I mean, in 2020, we had 2 towns here wiped out here in Southern Oregon, and another one in Northern California, just completely gone. And that one killed, I don't remember how many people, but it just wiped out an entire town. A city of 30,000 wiped out, gone. So you got to kind of weigh things, and don't pee in the pool, but you can still get in the water. So I'm going to change the subject because we got people dropping like flies. They're bailing faster than the rats on the Titanic. That's why
Well,
I said. That's why I said don't get me started. I'll drive everybody out of here.
But it's getting late. It's my 2-hour time limit anyway, so we're good to go. We're good to go.
Okay.
So here you go. Here's the second Krampus I just finished cutting, and I love the the wood grain branch cut that's down in this as well. Right, like right through his face makes him look right. Some people might think it's a flaw in the wood, but I actually think it accentuates it. So then I got
Big
there's
scar.
there's my 2 Krampuses so far that I got going.
What's the plural of Krampus? Would that be Krampi
I think it's just Krampus.
or Krampaday?
Like you really don't say ostriches, do you?
Mhm. Yeah, you would say ostriches.
Uh,
I'm a word nerd. I'll back off now.
Crampi. Well, there is only one Krampus, so
Mm-hmm. Now there's 2. I see him right there.
there's 2. There's going to be 3. All right. Well, thanks for being on the panel with us, Mark. I appreciate it. Thanks for the lovely chat.
Well,
Everybody,
thanks for having me.
thanks for being out in the chat there, everybody. And we'll see y'all tomorrow on the Daily Scrolls. And what